If you love the Aztec culture, if you love the DC universe, and you love the Batman, I got a story for you. Batman, Aztec Batman, Clash of the Empire. Pull up on me.
The number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
Yeah, trendsetter, whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center, hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, there's no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the most vision. Trendsetter told them before, but they don't listen.
Afro Tug Nation. It's your boy, T3, Geek Town. Let's get down for the clown. But before we do that, let's pay these bills. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Come talk to your boy. I appreciate everybody. We are about six away from 300 subscribers. So hit that button. Tell your friends. Tell your mama. Tell the boys to come see your man, Afro Tug Nation, T3 for the get down. But you know what we about to get down on, because this is why you show up. Aztec Batman, Clash of the Empires. Yo, your man watched this joint last night. Now, this joint dropped, I want to say, it's been about 4 or 5 months that this joint has dropped. We just now got around to it with all the things that's happening and everything that's been going on. So, what is this story about? The story is typically the origin of the Batman story in the Aztec culture. It begins a little bit different, where it's not Bruce Wayne. It's a young man who is the Bruce Wayne character, whose mother who has passed away, whose father is in charge of the tribe, and he watched his father get slaughtered by, I want to say it's Cortez. Who did the Spanish Inquisition that came through and tried to take over and slaughter the Aztec culture. Well, he has to go and hide, and a goddess, a poison ivy form goddess, shows up and tells him that he needs to take up the mantle of the bat and go to the culture of the bat, which is one of the gods of the Aztec people. Well, he's like, man, you's talking crazy, and runs to the city. Well, he runs to the city and he tries to help this other guy, but this other Aztec king did not believe him and believed that these soldiers that are coming over are here for the people. So they was like, you know what? Bump this. 2 tiers of the bucket, suck it. I'm going to find me the next best guy. Hey, you're a friend of my dad. Help me train. And so he trains and trains and trains and finds out that he is not as strong as he would like to be, because he still is learning as a young Batman that is taking on the bat culture, and meets a version of Catwoman who is stealing from the rich and give it to the poor. And along the way, he gets a companion who looks like a cheetah. I guess it's supposed to be like Cheetah from Wonder Woman, but I guess this is the cheetah for the Aztec culture. It was kind of weird. But then there was this golden hair guy that everybody thought was a god, that he ends up drowning in the lake, who I think is eventually going to become Aquaman. Then the guy that was the priestess for the chieftain of this Aztec culture, who was a little bit crazy, who was following a gesture of a god and who was speaking to him, and he ends up sacrificing his family, thinking he is doing something great for his people, and realizes he's murdered his mother and his little siblings, and it drives him insane. And who again? Guess what? He becomes the Joker. And then you get the Spaniard who had come into this city to try to take all the gold, who was trying to get everything from the Aztecs, and he gets his face slashed by the Catwoman, and yes, guess what? He became Two-Face. And with all of this being done and all this being said, I have to say this was probably the worst rendition of the Batman universe that was out there. It was terrible. Like, I felt like the stories was lazy, the sloppiness, the development of the characters was way too transitional. They did end it on a note that it's going to be returned, where it looks like the Joker and Two-Face are going to team up and work together to try to overthrow the kingdom. The Aztec Batman technically died after being shot and having his moment. If you watch Batman, the first one with Christian Bale, he flew over the city with his bat wings to release to go chase down Ra's al Ghul as the toxins was going through the city, where we had one of those moments to where he took early Spaniard culture of their invention of the flying machine, and he uses it and turns it into a bat and takes out the Spaniard ship and blows it up. But then he dies because he's got shot one too many times. But I guess the bat god was like, your job is not done because there is more evil to overtake. And at the end, you see his eyes open up like Blade in the movie Blade Trinity. It was weird. Like, this whole thing was weird. So you're probably asking me, how many Afro picks does this movie get? 2.3 Afro picks. Yes, 2.3 Afro picks out of 5. It was, the animation was awful. I get it. You was trying to mimic the Aztec culture drawings on the walls, but it looked very Saturday morning cartoonish. And then the storylines, like I said, it was not made for the average anime or cartoon lover. It was very much centered around for somebody who was between the ages of 6 to 11. And so, I mean, maybe that's the way it worked. I was like, but you know, when they dropped the second one, your boy gonna have to watch it, because now I'm invested in the story, and this is where my life takes me. I can't help what I watch. I just watch what you asked me to watch, and this by far was probably all right, as you know, I'm always looking for something new to read, something new to get down on, and there is a new vampire comic book that we'll be discussing in a little bit. But your man was, we talked about yesterday, I was actually introduced to a guy in Barnes & Noble, because you know I love reading. Red Rising. Apparently, this is like by far one of the best series in the land. I don't have no idea what this is about. I have no idea. I've never even heard of it. But I'm excited just based on the excitement that the young man was showing me when I was inside of Barnes & Nobles. The young lady who was ringing me up, and the young lady next to her who was also excited over the series of this book. So I am severely intrigued by what this book is going to take me, where we're going to go. Now, it's probably going to be about 2 to 3 weeks before I start it. I do need to finish off some stuff before then, because we will be discussing Absolute Superman and Absolute Flash and Absolute Green Lantern very, very, very soon, because I plan on knocking those out before the end of the week. That is my goal. That is my mission. That is what I'm supposed to do. It's New Year's. New me, same guy, black guy, always doing the right thing for T3 and geek culture and Afro Tug Nation. But you know what we do? Oh, there it is. That's that song. That's what we get known. No, it is not Country Western Day. This is how your boy dresses every day. Because if you see your mans in the streets, woo, hit him with the beats. Hit him with a jingle jangle, baby. Jingle jangle. Like, subscribe, share. Let's go.
Caught in the crossfire.